Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am CS the Viking Gamer. Last time we put together the start of our ruin tower for our modular ruin set. Today we're going to put together most of the rest of the setup, starting with our walls and then the floor. Now for the walls, I want this to be a little bit tall so that we can have some access to the second floor. So using the rough layout that I've got drawn onto our clipboard as a guide, I'm just going to start by cutting out some rough shapes. Now to match this up to the side of the tower, I'm going to cut a rough bevel on one side of this foam, and that's just to kind of help it line up and match with the tower. Once I had the first piece cut out, I used it as a rough guide to cut out a second piece, and this is going to be the two parts to our two-story tower section. I said two-story tower, I meant two-story wall. Now, since this is going to match up to some of the broken and ruined section of the tower, I'm going to do a little bit of a rough mark and then kind of map out where the floor is going to go, and then use that as a way to kind of decide where the torn out and ruined sections of this part of the wall are going to be. And once I had that marked, I could then design out the broken and ruined sections of the rest of this wall section. Now, I'll save some of these offcuts and potentially use them as some rubble or maybe as part of the floor. And I am going to have to make the cladding to go on the inside and outside of the walls here, just to kind of add the flagstone and rocky texture. But I can get that done off camera so that you don't have to see me do it again for like the third or fourth time. Alright, I've got the main wall sections done here. I haven't made the smaller wall yet, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Now, before I put these together and attach the outer wall texturing, I wanted to do one quick little thing. I've got the roof pieces kind of marked out where the second floor is going to go on this one. Now, this one is going to butt straight up against the tower. Now this one, I want to include the remnants of like stairs or some kind of access to the second floor. Now to help with that, I made this. This is just a simple little stair jig that I put together. Each one of these is a ½ an inch. Now it's going to be a little large as far as scale goes, but it will serve its function. So what I'm going to do is kind of figure out where I want things. I don't want it right up against the wall because that will make it a little too close and kind of make it impossible for models to stand at the top of the stairs, and it'll just make it appear as though things weren't really set all that well. So what I'm going to do now is hold this kind of like this, and this will give the impression that the rest of the stairs would have continued down as part of the wall. So now we can just kind of mark this. And we've got some little steps right here. Now I can do this one of two ways. I can either use popsicle sticks or craft sticks, and those will be slotted into these positions to make some fairly wide stairs, and that should allow a model to stand on them. Or I can go with the coffee stirrer sticks, and instead of just doing 3 steps, I could do 6 and space them a little bit more evenly and use this as kind of like a guide for where to place them. If I use the coffee sticks, it'll look more size appropriate, and we'll get a little bit more visual of the stairs along the way. So we will figure that out as we go on a little bit further. Actually, no. I'm going to use the coffee sticks. I'm going to make a second jig to add in a few more steps, and we'll be back after I have marked that. Alright, so I've got the new jig made, and these are 1/4 inch spacing, and I think these are going to look better than this one. If the models were larger, this would look fine. This one's going to look better for the model sizing that I'm going to be playing with. So what I'm going to do now is kind of figure out where I want it. And what I want is about a 1 1/4 inch from the edge right here. So it's right about at the correct spot, and I'm just going to tape it into place so that it doesn't move while I'm doing this. And what I'm going to do is just punch the holes where the wooden slats are going to go for the stairs. Okay, now that the holes have been punched, it's not going to be easy to see the holes, but if I do this, you can see them a lot easier. Just kind of stretch everything. Now, I'm going to grab a piece of scrap here. So what will happen is these holes will hold a stick like this, and then there'll be a nice little set of stairs coming down. I am going to punch the hole a little bit farther so that it's through this thick section but not out the other side. That way I can put the sticks in and they'll be all at the same depth, and that'll help with painting them up and sizing them as well. So now that we've figured out where the stairs are going to go, I put this together. This is just going to be a simple little support. Now this isn't going to really do a whole lot other than just kind of give some minor support to the little stair steps. But this will give me a lot clearer picture of where the stairs are going to go. So once we paint this, if this is already glued in place, then we know where all the steps are going to go, and we don't have to worry about it. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of break it off right here, so we have a nice little jagged point at the bottom to kind of fit with our ruined and broken wall. I started building the platform for the second floor on this piece, and I decided to add this. This is just a focus camera. There we go. This is just a little kind of stabilizer for the stairs, and this is removable along with the rest of the floor. So as I put the floor together, all of this will get painted as one piece, and then it'll get put in, and then the stairs will be inserted and glued into place on both sides. This will keep the stairs stable and also kind of help to lock the platform into place as well. I still need to make and attach the little angled supports underneath and then finish out the rest of the second floor. But as you can see, it's coming along quite nicely. So now that we've got the second floor kind of marked out, I'm going to redraw the floor section and the rough placement of the stairs. And what I'm going to do now is take a couple of pieces of scrap foam and just kind of do a few simple little cuts and use these to mark out where all of the floor sections are going to be. Now, I'm not worried about these being visible since they're all going to be covered with some wood planks anyway. And I'm just going to quickly fasten them together with a little bit of tape, and then I will hot glue these together once all of the broken and ruined sections are cut clear.
Now, I had originally put in this little support pedestal here on one side of the ruined tower, but I decided to remove that since this was going to be the inside of the tower. It wouldn't have had that support there. Realistically, it could have had it, but visually it wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense to me to have it there. I might cover that area with some rubble or maybe some debris. Now that the floor has been cut out, I will hot glue them together off camera and then start the process of gluing down all of the wooden planks for the floor. Now this is a fairly simple repeating pattern. These are just 1-inch pieces that are glued down, and at the very edges I'm leaving some to overhang, some aren't overhanging, and what I'm going to do is, after everything is glued down, the ones that do overhang I'm going to break off to leave jagged edges. A couple of them I might break and then kind of bend down so that I can mesh them with the sand ground texture that we're going to add in later. You know, just a couple of little things to add a few extra details for the destroyed floor. Now, I wanted to have a little bit of a stair step leading up into what would be the ground floor door to the tower. So I put this little brick together and then covered it with some wooden planks just to kind of be a little wooden step that would lead into a door. And here I'm just kind of breaking off all of the jagged edges.
Okay, so here is what we have so far. I've got all of the walls and the tower and the floor traced back out, and everything is set to kind of be put together and painted. But I don't want this video to be super long, and there's still a couple more things to do. We need to add in our floor and also do all of our ground covering. So we've got the layout, we've got all the major pieces built, so we can go ahead and start the process of getting everything fixed down. But what I want to do is also add in some windows. Now, in a previous episode I showed making some windows, and I'm thinking I'm going to put one here in the bottom floor and probably some into the tower. I'm thinking these two slots right here, but I haven't decided if I want to do an actual window or just an arched opening. So I'm going to figure that part out, and then next episode we are going to conclude by adding in the windows. We're going to add in some debris and rubble, get everything cinched down and painted. So be sure and come back for that. Thank you everyone for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe for future content, comment down in the comments section, and we will see everyone next episode.